That's actually really good for us. And it gets rid of their bloodthirst. Oh, nice. Look at that sensor value. Did that just win us the round? It's still going to keep its resilience status as well, which is good. What's up everyone, and welcome back to another deck guide. For today, I've put together a Nilfgaard deck for you. The leader ability that we're going to be using is Imperial Formation. The order allows us to boost an allied unit by 2. We have 3 charges of this. Once all charges are used up, we get to move a unit from our deck to the top. The unit that will be moving to the top will be a fan. That allows us to thin this unit out to the board, and it provides for a bit of a nice tempo play. So some things to consider with our leader is that whenever you play a soldier, give it 1 armor for each adjacent soldier. So this leader ability gives our soldier units more protection. And I know I've recently put together a pikeman deck, but this is a different variation, focusing more on the soldier archetype, and you will see some differences in this list. The stratagem that we're using is Magic Lamp. You just get this token unit that you see here when we're going first. What I'm going to do is run you through this list bottom up and explain how best to play each card in this deck and when to play it during a match. So we do have 2 illusionist units that you see here. We get to spawn and play a base copy of a bronze unit from our opponent's graveyard on the right of this card, and we set its power to 1, but if it's under the bonded condition, we don't set the power to 1. So the target for Illusionist will be the Alba Pikeman, which will be setting up through Vrygheff Renegade. So always make sure you got Pikeman in your hand whenever you see it. And with the Illusionist, what we're looking to do is really play them out across round 2 and 3. Next up, we've got the Nausicaa Sergeant here. The majority of the units in our deck have the deploy condition. And the way this card works is whenever we play a unit with deploy, it will be boosting itself by 1. So it does seem to be a pretty productive engine in this kind of a deck, in this kind of a setup. So you can go ahead and play this round 1 if you like, that's fine. And also in the subsequent rounds. Tortoise, exposed, boost an enemy unit with the most power by 3. Keep that in mind. It's a bit of a conditional play. But, you know, if you stack this between soldiers, it gains armor, so it makes it less risky to play. This card's more of a filler in this deck, but, you know, you can use it as a proactive play when going first if you like also. For some control, we have Spores. Just allows you to reset the power of a unit. Spores seems to be a pretty consistent card at this time as a result of Ring of Favor, so you probably want to keep it on you round 1 in your matches. So for consistency in our deck, I've gone with the Blightmaker package. This Mage Assassin will be getting thinned out of the deck through the Blightmaker. So the idea is that we're keeping both Mage Assassins in deck at all times during the match. And what's going to happen is when it gets moved to the field, it will damage a random enemy unit by 2. So basically what we want to be doing is playing both Blightmakers out. Round 1 I believe is best. It gives us tempo and helps secure round control. So you play the Blightmaker and you just select the Mage Assassin. With the Pikemen, try to play them out across round 2 and 3. Obviously, you know, we need our Illusionists to be putting these in our opponent's graveyard. Summoning this and to the same row as the Illusionist from their graveyard, but we're putting it in their graveyard through Vrygheff Renegade, so keep that in mind. Yeah, try to play them all together as much as possible round 2 and 3. For some extra thinning, got Knickers in here. Seems to be pretty good for me. I haven't had too much trouble getting Knickers out. Usually I pull Knickers out pretty early. The less cards you have in your hand, the higher the probability that this card will get like drawn out to the battlefield. So you always want this card left in your deck, never have it in your hand. A fan is a card that will get thinned from our deck through the use of leader. Always keep this card in the deck, and it's something you could go ahead and commit leader around 2 or 3 and get that good tempo. Keep in mind we are spamming a lot of pikemen, so you know, maybe finding room for a fan might be a bit of an issue, so you're gonna have to time that. Just for some more consistency, we've got Dead Man's Tongue in this deck. This is a card you'd like to play around 1, does provide some nice tempo, and you're just going to be banishing some bronze cards that you think are not useful to you. So maybe you want to go for Sergeant, Tortoise, or Spores. Two out of these combinations will do you for Dead Man's Tongue. Then we've got Vrygheff. Trigger the deploy abilities of adjacent bronze soldiers. We are looking to use Vrygheff, placing him between 2 illusionists, and what he'll be doing then is, you know, enabling us to trigger more pikemen and get even more pings on the board, which is really fun and great when that happens. It's something you're going to look to do around 2 and 3. So an interesting touch of mine into this deck is that I've added Ornate Sensor in here. Swap the power of the highest and the lowest power unit on the battlefield. I think Sensor could play good in this deck because we're not going too tall. I mean, you got to be careful when playing it round 1 because we've got Ring of Favor and when playing Dead Man's Tongue. But the idea is that in round 2 and 3, when we're using the illusionists to get our pikeman units, you know, the initial pikeman, the first one that gets spawned, its power is going to get set to 1, right? So then that gives us an excellent time to use Ornate Sensor. And in addition to that, you can still play it when you're playing the Blightmakers out and you're thinning the Mage Assassin, because the Mage Assassin is a 2-powered unit. So I think there's those windows of opportunity you can look to use Ornate Sensor. But like I said, just be careful because we are playing Ring and Dead Man's Tongue. Just time it around those and it can still play pretty nicely. Not to skip Ring of Favor. So this card's going to be starting in our hand, and it's just going to be boosting by 2 basically. If the opponent passes, it banishes and we draw a card. For some tall punish, we've got Yennefer's Invocation here. Place an enemy unit at the top of your deck. Royal Decree for more consistency. Play a unit from your deck. Usually you're going to look to use Decree to get you Vilgefortz Renegade. That's how I find I've been playing it lately. But, you know, you got a number of good targets. You've got this card here and also Vrygheff. Those are good targets as well. So with this soldier unit, we get to spawn and play a base copy of a bronze soldier from our hand and give it 2 armor. I think the best way to use this really is, you know, just to get another illusionist down on the board and trigger another pikeman. So we're going to have an army of pikemen really. And it's something you'd like to play around 2 or 3. The Mushy Truffle. Spawn and play a bonded unit from your starting deck. The orders that you spawn and play Golden Froth. Once again, the way I like to play this, round 2 or 3. The majority of our strategy will be occurring that time, because what we want to do with this deck is really either 2-0 or spread the round out, because board space may be an issue over a long round 3, alright? But basically what we're going to be doing with this is getting another illusionist down and, you know, just spawning another pikeman from the opponent's graveyard, and then you can use the froth to boost up the pikeman. I'd say play this on the ranged row, so you've got enough room melee row to play the pikeman out. For some extra control, got Viggo's Muzzle in here. Lock an enemy unit with 6 or less power and seize it. And then of course we got Renegade. Swap a card from your opponent's graveyard with a card in your hand. Wait till your opponent plays something good before you commit Renegade. Maybe you want to steal an important echo card of theirs. You know, if you know their strategy very well and you know what kind of cards they need to execute their strategy, Maybe if you see Magic Compass, you know, you take that from them. Melusine, you know, and Neuromancy. There's a lot of good options for Vilgefortz Renegade. So we're swapping a card from our opponent's graveyard with a card in our hand. Just as I said, the card that we're going to be putting in the opponent's graveyard is simply the Pikeman unit. So as far as when to play it, like I said, it's just going to be conditional upon your opponent having something good in their graveyard. Okay, now that I've outlined the list, I'm just going to run you through the strategy for this deck. So round 1 plays, you play Blightmaker, thinning out Mage Assassin. Go ahead and play both copies. You have Ring of Favor, which can give you a good boost. Dead Man's Tongue. Before playing Ring of Favor and Dead Man's Tongue, you can play Ornate Censer, but obviously time it well around these two, and wait till your opponent plays something with a high power. You can also commit the Nausicaa Sergeant and the Tortoise unit round 1. Keep in mind you'll end up thinning out Knickers most likely as well. So usually I find that's enough to get us round control. And then into round 2, what you could do is play Vilgefortz Renegade if you didn't already or not. And then, you know, you're going to play Truffle. And you could pretty much play a whole strategy out in round 2 if you want to 2-0 really. Play Truffle out, play this unit, play your Illusionists, and just go ahead and spawn all your pikemen out. And play the other pikemen from hand as well. You can use Leader. And, you know, you've got your Tall Punish to consider as well. So like I said, it's either going to be a 2-0 deck, or you're going to stretch the match out across round 2 and 3, depending on how it's looking. So I hope you enjoy this list. Please share your feedback down below. Alright, got a fierce Skellige deck here. Patricidal Fury, my friends. Definitely don't want to see this in hand. The rest ain't too bad. I don't think Spores really does much for us here in this matchup. I could be wrong. Sometimes they kind of boost with these kinds of leaders. But we'll see what happens. Okay. So they're buffing their raid cards up. It's one of those kinds of lists. Let's get that out of the way. Yeah, I think we should really push to win round 1. I don't think a long round's going to be good against them if they're buffing that much. Probably getting rid of these in this match. Maybe one of those. Goes Blood Eagle. Skellige's weakest round 1, so you really want to push him hard there. Could be a decent muzzle target for us. Like I said, I'm going to push extra hard considering the matchup. Wow, they've got Portal?
Gotcha! No, damn it!
Okay, interesting. I wish I had Vilgefortz Renegade. Then we could at least play Illusionist early. Sensor's not good here right now.
Beat the Nordling dogs until they beg for mercy. Scoia'tael!
Yes, good. Good boy, Knickers. You'll get a nice treat from me later, after we win this match. So, we do want to stay up on points, guys. Yeah, stunning blow, you see. We're not going to make it easy for them. Wow, goes leader? Okay. Jeez. Well, maybe that's not so bad either. We could actually go sensei here, can't we? That's actually really good for us. And it gets rid of their bloodthirst. Oh, nice. Look at that sensor value. Did that just win us the round? And leader's gone. Really good. I think we win on even. Man, look at that sensor value. Wow. That's fantastic, honestly. Jeez. Yeah, we really got to bleed hard now. We got some good cards already, which is nice. We've thinned okay. Already as well. Yeah, not bad. I don't know if I really care about Blightmaker now. Nope. Okay. So, if I take that, we've got Portal here as well. Summon a random 4 provision cost unit from your deck. Portal might be alright to take. So we're going to play this range to give the pikeman room.
I still hope they'll paint a picture.
Wow, look at that renegade value. That's just ridiculous. Honestly. So, best case scenario is that we get both sergeants. That would be really good for us.
We'll tend your ankle biters too.
Oh yeah, here we go. Waste your removals on that, so then we can keep the pikemen going. Nice. Let's do this. Kusha.
Sacrifices must be made on both sides.
Stench of fear. I knows it well. They sapped me of strength. Before the Empire,
I'll leave it at 1 power, because if they want to waste control on it, be my guest. It's just a 1 powered unit as well. Yep. I mean, if they've got something to kill it. If they've got something, they're going to kill it, I believe. So I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm not going to boost it. I just wish we didn't have this here. Far out. I mean, I could still probably go for it because I got leader.
burn the homes, fell the trees, anything shiny, plunder!
Yep. We're going to get really good value out of these now.
Have you ever laid eyes on a deception of such grandeur?
Just Give it one boost. Nausicaa's Sergeant's really pulling us through here. Okay, got Harold out.
What can you know about here?
Right. Let's still go for it.
I shall treat you as such.
I might go all in here.
The continent will
Yeah.
quake beneath Nilfgaardian hoof.
Lovely. Man, this is great. I'm very happy with this. Good. It's not late to play that.
So, which one of you?
Yep, I think we're going all in. We're going to get a boost from Sergeants playing this because we're playing for deploy anyway.
I've prepared a drink. Truly electrifying.
Let's see what it is. Oh, it's enough, isn't it? Wow. I see. Very interesting. Just keeping it like that. Wow, what a tight match. If only Mage Assassin was in my hand. Anyway, we'll see what they got. They spent pretty heavy there. They probably just got control in their hand. Yeah. Must have a handful of control.
Reality is that which, though you believe it no more, does not go.
Maybe I'm going for this now.
Kill the sons, steal the lasses.
Yeah. I think that's what it is. Because they could avoid the melee row. And we got it, because we got Yennefer. Nice. Wow, it was tight, but we still got it. Mahakam Forge matchup. Quite tough considering we're dealing pings of damage. Want our thinning package round 1. I'm liking the cards so far. We can come back to Illusionist. See how we go. Yep, they got some pretty good protection with their armor, this archetype. So let's see how we can work against that.
Our brothers in the valleys need us. I bring death, quite literally.
Dwarven Chariot. Play Dead Man's Tongue out now. Get rid of that. One of those. Got good points here, which is nice.
You're lucky to keep your heat. Sized is the mark.
Right, so looking to go Resilience. So Decree could get us the other Blightmaker package, because we do have Renegade in hand already. It's always best to thin round one.
No good wine will come from here, not even compost.
Nice. Nick is good.
Always well at
Sultan, we could muzzle that. It's still going to keep its resilience status as well, which is good. So that's going to become carryover for us. And then we can use Ring onto the token unit, so that card does not get its resilience value. I mean, we're up by a lot of points here though. It's probably better to get Defender out now. That just means we got direct access to Bruver with Yennefer. So there goes their plan. They probably thought I was going to target that unit. That's why they played Defender. So we're up 25 points and they're still playing into this. Really?
double shape.
I think we just pass, guys. I mean, that's a lot of points. It's almost 20 points to cover here. They're going to play that unit that boosts with the armor, yep.
I've never run from no one.
Okay.
You are allowed to start.
Well, we do have resilience. And I feel we got some good combos out of them there. Nice. Great muzzle value, see that? Spores should play pretty good in this match. What else do we want? Probably just leave it like that for now. I love the thinning in this deck. It's really good. Pretty much get everything you need.
Never had your kneecaps broken.
Just trying to think of what's good value for us here. Maybe we just take Defender.
No way out. All ends here. Now!
So what's their plan here? They want to play Bruver and 2-0 us. I don't know how good Pikeman is here right now. Just give it one click just to stay ahead. We're gonna play Bruva and then we're gonna go Yennefer. Pretty sure they're gonna play Bruva here. Sultan Warrior. It's a good kill.
Fighting me is like snogging a hedgehog's ass.
Let's get a fan out. Yep, we're just gonna go Yennefer.
Nothing like a dwarf to get you out of a tight spot.
It's fine. So they're playing on.
I've got to get this stinking mess in order.
Well, I've got to kind of play these out, don't I?
Not today. See back tomorrow.
Watch close. Hard.
Just click that. Unless they go full leader here, if they're going to play this last card. Yep, great. Nice. So as you can see, a lot of protection there for them. So do I keep Bruva? Sensor, Bruva. I think I'm clicking away. Yeah, that's alright. Okay, so that can set up sensor for us. Nice, we got it.